Pistons fans, what's going on? It's your boy King. Want to talk to y'all about this situation right now. The current news that's flying out there. Woj dropped a little news out there, and it's got a lot of people a little flustered. I was basically saying the same thing, obviously, to me. I put out a nice little troll tweet on Twitter just to mess with some people, but on this beautiful hot day, what Woj is basically saying the same exact thing that we already know. The Pistons are exhausting every option. There's no lock that they're taking Cade at 1, which we all know. We know until the very end. That's what Troy Weaver's going to do. He's going to, especially after basically Houston making it known that they're probably just not going to go after Cade after what, a good 3 weeks of the report saying that they are keen to go after Cade, Cunningham, and trade and this and that and third. Well, that's pretty much died down and it's pretty much out the window as of today. So what do you do to restore the fire? You put a little leakage out there. Source calls Woj and tell him, hey, the Detroit Pistons are not sure to take Cade. They are still within the office discussing Mobley and Jalen Green. We've heard that from the very, very beginning. Also today, the reports of the offer that the Detroit Pistons offered OKC said it was a pretty lucrative offer, but the Pistons turned it down. Wonder why they turned it down. Is it because they got their mind made up, or like I said, the offer was supposedly really good. It was a really good offer. But I'm probably sure they probably made their minds already. And I'm probably sure it's still going to be Cade Cunningham. But if not, the only way that I'm upset is if we don't trade and we take one of the other two. That's where I'm upset. You have to trade. You have to trade and get assets if you don't want me to be totally irate of the fact that you didn't draft Cade Cunningham. It has to be Jalen Green plus some absolutely ridiculous draft capital. And if you really love Evan Mobley, like one of the reports came out today that Troy Weaver loves Evan Mobley, which was my original guy before we got the first pick. It has to be some killer draft capital. You don't take those two straight up with the number 1 pick. You get that draft capital. So, to me, I believe it's just a stirring pot. I think he's just stirring some things up, man, to keep the offers coming. Because after Houston pretty much are pulling out, to be honest. You got to keep things going. You got to keep other teams interested. We seen a trade today between Memphis and the Pelicans. I feel like Memphis won that trade, by the way. But, yeah. You got to keep things interesting. It's just what you have to do if you're Troy Weaver. You have to check every nook and cranny, and you got to keep that poker face until the very end. You have to. You have to convince teams that it may be something else in order for those offers to come to your front office. So, with that said, for a lot of people that's hitting the panic button and things like that, don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. I believe the Pistons are still going to take Cade Cunningham. I just don't. I don't. To me, the Rockets had the best opportunity. I don't see a team offering enough for the Pistons to say, okay, we're not taking Cade Cunningham. If the Rockets are showing signs that they're just going to back off, what else is you? I don't think it's none of the other teams that's just Cleveland doesn't have enough. You know what I'm saying? Toronto definitely doesn't have enough. So, who's going to make you that offer? Nobody's going to trade you a star. So, where do you go from there? If it's not Houston, then who is it? That's pretty much the only option to me is Houston. And like I said, I don't think the Pistons take one of the other two guys straight up with the pick. Unless they really, 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 really love Jalen Green or Evan Mobley. I don't think they do it straight up. I think they stand pat, and they push this thing to the end, but they go ahead and select Cade Cunningham. That's my thoughts on the situation. And let me know yours, man. And as these so-called leaks keep popping out, I'll keep popping up. What's that? Basically trying to reassure y'all, man, this is just due process. This is due process, man. So don't get flustered. And if they do take Jalen Green, if they do trade the pick, just know that it's warranted, because I'm probably sure they're going to get something very nice for it. But Cade Cunningham is still my guy. He's going to be my guy, and it's the guy I believe that they're going to draft. So with that said, leave it in the comments, man, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.